Based in the magnificent Ardennes countryside, Spa hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925. This historic track is loved by drivers and fans alike. So it's welcome to the Belgian Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up this circuit, with 9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track is a great one for fans of pure speed. The average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles an hour. Now, Anthony Davidson, I wonder, might we be in for some early pit stops today from the midfield teams, or trying to put some pressure on or disrupting things for the leaders up front?
If you're in the middle of the pack, you got your own race to run. I don't think they're going to be thinking about causing trouble up front. However, closer to the head of the pack, don't be surprised to see some split strategies. If you're running second and third, for example, bringing one car in for an undercut while leaving the other one out there longer can put a lot of pressure on the leader and maybe force them into an error.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position and Alexander Albon lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Max Verstappen and Hamilton, Stroll, Grosjean, Norris and Esteban Ocon, Perez, Ricciardo, Kevin Magnussen and Sainz, Gasly, Raikkonen, Daniel Kvyat and George Russell, Giovinazzi and Nicholas Latifi. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Start. Let's keep it up. Nice move. Good job. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Approaching the pit window, you'll be on the mediums. We're leading our teammate by 23.7 seconds. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Okay, copy that. Bottas is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 4.8 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 2:0.3. complete. Go now. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. Ricardo is ahead of you, P9. You're running in P9. They're on old softs. Grosjean behind. The gap behind us is 20.6 seconds. They're on old softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 7 laps to go. Moved into P7. To the car behind is 4.1 seconds. Bottas is leading the race. Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Antonio is in the pits. Antonio in the pits. First position, front of the pack. Bottas behind. Our gap behind is 19.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining. Tyre condition is still looking good. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. To worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Bottas is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 32.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. This is your final lap of the race. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. That's a race win. You've really been great today.
Brilliant stuff from Alfa Romeo today. What a superb victory. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, they certainly stood out as a drive with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
So here they come now, out onto the podium. It's thrilling to see this team go toe-to-toe with the best teams in the sport and come out on top. What a superb victory from the Alfa Romeo team. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Kimi Räikkönen is my standout today. Nothing you could construe as showboating, just an incredibly consistent performance out on track.
Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.